Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Collins coming to you from cloudy San Antonio, Texas on this fantastic Friday, the second most powerful, passionate, and purposeful coach and speaker in the world. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday morning so far. Envy. This subject is by special request from a text message I received this morning. And oh, by the way, if there is a subject that you would like me to address, you're more than welcome to message me, and I'll be happy to do it for you at any time. Envy. First, let's discuss what this is. You know, people equate envy and jealousy with being identical, and they're not. Envy is this sense of longing that somebody has when they see something that another person possesses that they feel they should have themselves. Jealousy is when it's attached to negativity and a sense that they don't deserve that. They don't deserve that. I deserve that. So it's different. So we won't deal with jealousy. We'll deal with envy today. And I'm going to tell you a little story that was told a few thousand years ago. And I'll make it modernized today. So down there on Commerce Street downtown, there's a bunch of dudes that are hanging out on the street corner waiting for guys to come by in pickup trucks that need day laborers. So a guy pulls up in his big truck first thing in the morning and he says, "Hey guys, do you guys do landscape work?" And they said, "Yeah, we do." "You can dig ditches?" "Yeah, I can dig ditches because I need a lot of ditches dug today." They say, "Great." He says, "Hop in the truck, I'll pay you $50 to work today until sundown." And they say, "Cool, we'll do it." So they go out, and that's 9 in the morning. Well, he comes back out at 12, and there's more guys out there, and he says, "Hey, you guys need work?" They say, "Yeah, we do." And he says, "Do y'all dig ditches?" They say, "Yeah, we do." He says, "Hop in the truck, I'll take you to the job site." Takes them to the job site. They start working. He comes back out at 3 o'clock. There's more dudes out there, and he says, "Hey, dudes, you guys know how to dig ditches?" They said, "We do know how to dig ditches." He goes, "Hop in the truck." They hop in the truck. He takes them to the job site. Then he comes back out at 6, and there's only an hour and a half left of sunlight left. Right? Right. He says, "Hey, dudes, what are you doing?" They said, "We're looking for work." He says, "You guys know how to dig ditches?" They said, "We do." He says, "Hop in the truck." Takes them to the job site. So all these men are working and have been working there all day long. And the end of the day comes, it's nighttime, and the job foreman says, "Gather around, guys, it's time for me to pay you." And they all happen to get in line, as it were, with the people who were hired last. The people who were hired last were in line first. And when the people who had been working all day saw the people who were there an hour and a half getting paid, he saw the job manager give them a $50 bill. And they went, "Woo, buddy! Man, they were only here an hour and a half, man! Cool! I can't wait to see what we get paid." And they continue paying folks. And as they get to the guys that they hired at the beginning of the day, he hands them a $50 bill, and they say, "Hey, what the heck, man? What is this? This is $50. We've been here all day. We noticed that you paid those guys that were only here for an hour and a half $50. The heck?" And the foreman stands next to and looks at the owner, and the owner says, "Didn't I pick you up this morning and tell you that I would pay you $50 for working for me today until sundown?" And they said, "Well, yeah, you did." And he said, "Well, aren't I fulfilling what I told you I was going to do?" "Well, yeah, but that ain't fair because we've been here all day and you paid those guys who are only here an hour and a half the same that you paid us." And he said, "Why do you have an evil eye that you judge what I choose to do with my own money? How I choose to give my money is what I choose to do. I told you I'd pay you $50 and I chose to pay you $50. What business is it of yours to judge my generosity if I choose to give the guys who are here an hour and a half the same that I chose to give you?" Envy. You see, when you keep it between you and the owner, you don't have a problem. But when you start looking around at what the other workers at the job site have, or have been given, or have received, envy can begin to creep in. The problem with envy is a thief that a person will allow in their own mind, and you have two choices. You can either tolerate that thief, or you can evict that thief. You've heard me say it many times before, everything is mindset. Shakespeare says there is no good or bad, but thinking makes it so. Tony Robbins discusses the only meaning we have in a situation is the meaning we attach to it based on our programming and how we view it. Same situation can be viewed at very differently by different people. So what is my point here? My point is this, like we've said before, I can't keep a bird from flying over my head, but I can darn sure keep him from building a nest in my hair. You may not be able to control your initial thought, and you get to decide how long that initial thought's going to be there and whether or not you're going to tolerate it or evict it. You are the armed guard at the gate of your mind. You decide who comes in, who does not come in. You decide, you may not decide who shows up, but you can decide if you're going to get them out of there or if you're going to let them in and entertain it. So I heard a wise man say one time, until you can celebrate another man's success, you're truly not ready for your own. And I'll just give you a quick little story. I remember driving down the highway from time to time. Whenever I would see a Lamborghini or Ferrari when I was younger, oh, I'd get pissed. I'd get mad. I'd be like, what the hell? Oh my gosh, and that ain't even an old gray guy. That's a young guy. What did he do? You know, it was jealousy and envy. Because I felt like, how could they have that? I'm about that age. I can't believe I don't have that yet. And when I heard that, until you can celebrate another man's success, you're not truly ready for your own, I began to celebrate. And I began to look at opportunities to see other people winning and in my heart celebrate that and say, woo-hoo-hoo! You go with your bad self in that Lamborghini, boy. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something right. And he has good taste in cars. I like it. I began to celebrate the successes of others, and it began to change my heart. You see, you will either find inspiration from people who have or appear to have things that you think you deserve or need or want. You'll either be inspired if you allow yourself to, or you can be demotivated and become envious or even jealous if you allow yourself to go the other direction. You get to choose. You get to decide. You get to decide how you're going to respond. You get to choose to reprogram your mind. When the thought of envy or the feelings come up that would cause you to feel something that is not in alignment with where you are intending to go and who you are intending to become, you get to decide how long that's going to stay there. Ain't nobody going to do it for you. You got to do it for your own self. You must be the person that makes the decision that, hold on a second, I don't know their whole circumstance. I don't know the whole story. Hey, good for them. That is freaking awesome. You know, bless them, bless their hearts, Lord. That's exciting to me to see them winning and succeeding like that. That inspires me. I'm inspired. That is super cool. You know, one day, if I continue to focus and work hard and get as much help as I can, maybe I too can enjoy something like that. So how do we deal with envy? You have to take your thoughts captive. You take your thoughts captive. Nobody's going to do it for you. If you don't take your thoughts captive, your thoughts will captivate you. I hope you make the right choice today. Have a great day, guys.